Hello, welcome back to Sabi Market Channel. It's my delight to have you here again on this channel. First of all, as usual, I'm saying a shout out to all of our viewers, and then to our subscribers, both existing and new. And if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, I think this is a good time to do so. Yeah. And we are actually doing all of this because of you, and it's always a pleasure that you're joining in, and we are actually putting in our best to ensure that we give you we bring to your doorstep relevant insights and information relative to finance and business decisions and investment decisions. So today we are looking at one very big brand in Nigeria, Nigerian Breweries Plc, and we will be looking at their revenue trend analysis from 2014 to 2023. So last week I actually did a video analyzing their cash flow. I did analysis on their cash flow, and we saw for the first time that the operating cash flow was reflecting a negative bar in the cash flow analysis, which I analyzed using a waterfall chart. And it was a shocking event because like I said, that was the first time I'm seeing an operating cash flow showing negative. So that drove my curiosity to do a further analysis into Nigerian breweries. So normally I do an overview of the company that I analyze, but then to save our time on this video, I would not be redoing the overview for Nigerian Breweries Plc. So if you like to see an overview, you can just look up the video on Nigerian Breweries cash flow analysis. I've done the overview there, so I will just focus on the revenue trend analysis and some other little factors and from my research. So like I said, the operating cash flow reflecting negative from my last video actually drove my curiosity to do some further analysis and see what's exactly is happening or actually happened. And so before I actually talk about the numbers reflecting on the screen, I would like to just list out some values, some factors that could have influenced the reporting of that negative operating cash flow. So even though I think I touched some part of it in the video on cash flow analysis, but then from my research I saw some other specific factors that could influence that negative value. So that could include decrease in account receivables. So it shows that much money didn't come in that period of time, and there could also be increase in accounts payable, so they are paying out more money than is coming in. And inventory build-up or overstocking could also be a great contributor to that, and high labor cost over time. So rent or utility, research and development, marketing and advertising expenses, amortization and depreciation expenses, among others, are actually factors that could contribute largely to that event of a negative operating expenses. So now if we were quick to jump into the revenue trend analysis and say, let's see what happened. Was it that there wasn't enough revenue coming in? If we look at this chart here, this is a line chart reflecting the revenue trend for the period of 10 years. Even though the cash flow analysis was for 2023, pardon me, that was for 2023. So we see here in 2023 that their revenue was 599 billion naira. So these values are actually in thousands. So this will be 599.6 billion naira. So this was their revenue. Yeah, that sounds big. That sounds staggering to some extent, to have earned 599 billion per year. But then looking at the back end, the operating expenses. So the operating expenses actually comes from how they manage their sales and all of that. That's what is reflecting in the operating cash flow. Operating cash flow. So, and the revenue is a great contributor to that. But then, unfortunately, it's reflecting negative on the back end, which is the cash flow analysis. So the reason why I'm actually doing this analysis is to help us see that just one metric, which is the revenue trend. Now the revenue is actually a mother of most of the metric, but then it's not enough a metric to judge the financial performance of a company, because after having accounted for a whole lot more of things, then the revenue actually becomes lean, and then what's left over might not actually be significant for the company when it comes to judging the financial performance or financial health of the company. Where we want to judge a company by their revenue trend, we may be quick to judge that the company is doing very well, because if we are to plot a trend line on this right now, we'll see that this is an upward trend, right? It's an upward trend. We could see the movement from 2020 upwards has been an upward trend. Even from 2019 it has been a consistent upward trend, but then something is happening here in 2023. So I'm just saying that revenue trend analysis is not enough to judge the financial performance or the financial health or competence of a particular company. Because if, say for example, I did the analysis, I analyzed the revenue trend analysis before I analyze the revenue trend before I analyze the cash flow analysis, I may be quick to judge that this company is doing very well, right? So we're not doing the cash flow, and I'm not really focusing so much on the trend analysis actually per se, though I'll still talk about the numbers. But then I'm just trying to help see that we have, for you to make a conclusion about a company's financial health, you have to analyze more than one metric. So that's why I decide to analyze. If you observe, I like to analyze more than one, because that gives you a sense of the financial position. That gives you the true insight of the financial position of that particular company, right? So now for this company, we see how the performance was in 2014. Between 2014 and 2015, there was quite a decline, and then they moved up, and it was somewhat like, even though there were slants and ups and downs, but then it was not so significant. They maintained at least a revenue of, let's say, 300 and over 300 million for about 5 years, 200 billion rather, for about 5 years before moving up in 2021 to 437 billion, and then they went further up like that. So it is, when it comes to revenue income generation, yes, they did quite all right. But then beyond that, looking at the back end, so the revenue trend, you can just consider the revenue trend as a front end. It's front end, but then there are other metrics that are the back end, and it's actually the back end that communicates the original states of the financial position of a particular company. So it's not financially sound. It's not a sound. It doesn't give. It's not a sound judgment to judge to make decision or have impression about it. Yes, it can also give you, the revenue trend might actually give you an impression about the company, or how well they generate revenue, how well the company generates revenue can influence their credits, can influence a whole lot of things, it can actually attract investors too. But then it's not enough a metric, because at the end of the day, it is the profit that actually matters, because every business is run on the basis of profit. So, and just generating revenue isn't enough, even though it's very, very crucial and important to generate revenue. It's actually not enough, because other factors has to be accounted for too. So I just did this video to connect with the last video, but then more importantly, there's another video that's coming up now. This video doesn't really reflect what happened, the discrepancy, and it didn't really reflect the negative that happened that was recorded in the cash flow. But then in my next video, I intend to make it apparent. I intend to make it open. So look forward to my video on Nigerian Breweries net profit analysis. So you will see what happened, because the revenue trend analysis is telling you right now that everything is okay. This company is doing well. There's an upward trend and they are gaining income. But the net profit analysis will tell us something entirely different, and then you can connect that to the cash flow analysis that I analyzed that did not last week, and then it will make more sense. So I think it's better to do a holistic analysis on a company's financial performance before we can then make a conclusion, and not just make a conclusion based on just a single financial metric. So that will be all for this video. So this video is actually just showing you the revenue trend analysis and then preparing you for what's ahead, which is the net profit analysis of this particular company. And then you can see and get a holistic overview of what's their financial health and performance and position actually look like. So that will be all for this video. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry if you were expecting me to do another review again for Nigerian Breweries, as is my custom. I didn't do it because I've done it before. So you can just, if you just want to look at, you might just want to look up the video I did on cash flow analysis, and I'm sure you enjoy it. All right then, and that will be all for this video. Once again, I appreciate all of our viewers and subscribers. If you do like this video, kindly hit the like button, and also if you think anything, welcome to your opinion and welcome to your perspective and your suggestions, and kindly drop them in the kindly drop them in the comment section, and I will respond to them as soon as possible. All right then, until we see in my next video, bye bye.